Always so unprepared. So unprepared. I'll get there, 1 sec. Hi. Hello. I'm just getting the chat up for me because I can't see it yet. Okay, there we go. I can see the chat. Hi everyone. Hi, how are we all doing? Having a good day? Hi. Oh, hi, Critical. Yes, we'll be doing the season 7 bingo card. Not yet, but we will. She burned all those journals. Yeah, it's a shame. I would have liked to read them. I have a notepad somewhere. Oh, it's a of video stuff. Is it that one? No, it wasn't that one. I think it was this one. Hi, welcome to live stream. I think I've reviewed it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was just checking. Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Hi. There we go. Sorry, just yanking out my own hair. It's being annoying. I brought cake. Cakey cake. How's she gonna remember Gaby Baby's Ladybug without the journals? Who knows? Yikes on a I don't know about everyone else, but I'm gonna eat some cake whilst we chat. Adrian's new haircut. I'm a bit apprehensive about it. I won't lie to you. I'm a bit like, if it's gonna be good, I think he'll look great, but if he doesn't, I think we'll all hate it basically. I don't know, I'm, as you could tell, I'm not the best with hairstyles for myself personally. I'm not even sure if I suit this. So although I need some help with my hair, no one in my family really has hair like me, so I'm thinking of going to specialist hairdressers near where I live to try and get it sorted or something. I'm not sure. But first of all, because I haven't finished replying to comments yet, sorry about that, I will get to it. How did we all think Nemesis went? I don't think it was the greatest finale. It was an okay episode, but as a finale, no. Sorry. Yeah, I did find it disappointing as well. I think I'm going to talk about this more in my overall season 6 commentary video, but what I would have liked to have seen, because one thing I also said about in Nemesis was that, in my commentary, I thought it was so repetitive through the season where Marinette, it's like, oh, I can't tell you during the secret, I feel so guilty. She was doing that all the time. I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree, you should feel guilty, but like, how many times have we had that this season? A lot. So what I think I would have liked was how it was in season 5, where it had that 2-parter in the middle, and have Nemesis as one of those 2-parters, where so we have Alia also finding out in the middle of the season, and then the second half of the season Marinette struggles with the truth, and then maybe the season ends with her actually telling Adrian. That's what I would like. You think everyone raised their expectations way too much? I think it's because overall this season has been better for the individual episodes, but I think overall, I would say so far my favourite season. Oh, did you all see that? Thomas Astro. So, Thomas, if you didn't know, blocks people on Twitter, and he's famous for basically ignoring people's opinions because he's like, oh, you're not professionals, so I don't need to listen to you all. But then he put out a tweet asking, like, so out of 10, what do you all think of season 6 after Nemesis aired? So I was a bit like, why are you asking for people's opinions? Not that I could respond anyway because he's blocked me, but I was a bit like, what? And if people like gave it any less than 8, he was blocking them sometimes. Even if they weren't rude, it doesn't matter. To him, everyone's rude if you disagree with him. I don't know. I think, for me, season 4 is my favourite. But I think, for me, again, I think I've got a lot of bias towards it because it's the season I started my channel. So perhaps if I'd been here from the start, I'd be giving a different answer now. I don't know. I think 2, 4 and 6 are the best seasons, and 1, 3 and 5 are the worst. So we're going to do another odd number, so maybe 7 will be terrible. Excellent cake. Yeah, I like Regina Razzioni. Although I got a weird DM about it. Someone was like, oh, I don't think they should be discussing death with children. I'm like, well, someone's going to have to talk to them about it. Someone has to. Yeah, 2, 4, 6 best, 1, 3, 5 bad. Don't get me wrong, there are good episodes in those seasons. Like, I think one of the best written episodes is Pretension, which is a season 5 episode, but sadly Pretension does not save the entire season. So... See, I disagree with this, where they're just saying, oh, well, the season finale is just a setup for season 7. I'm like, okay, you're not wrong, it is. But it should still be good in its own right. You know what I mean? It shouldn't just be a big setup. They've had however many years to get this right at this point. They should, as writers, have the skill to do a bit more and something better. You know what I mean? They're not completely inexperienced. They're not like 7-year-olds like, what do we do? The season 6 timeline video, I'm not going to give anyone... Oh, hi, Eddie. I'm not going to give anyone any dates for any videos because I'm not sure yet. My plans for this week, so the live stream is the Monday video. Thursday is going to be... Thursday is going to be my season 6 bingo video, where we basically go over the bingo we made from the panic party after season 5 finished airing. And like go over how right, how wrong we were. Monday, I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking ranking the Akuma outfits because I can do that without having finished all the episodes. Thursday next week is my birthday. And I want to do a video making my birthday cake with you all, not Miraculous related, just for me, because it'd be nice. So I think the day before Wednesday we'll do my birthday live stream. So 26th, I'll put a post about it closer to the time, but the 26th will be my birthday live stream at the same time. With my birthday the day after. No, I'm not doing it on my birthday because I'm going out on my birthday. I won't be here for my birthday. You have a hot take. Just leave it under my most recently posted video if it's going to be that long. So in the background of all of that going on, I'm going to be rewatching the season. I've rewatched the episodes as we've been going on, but I want to watch it, you know, all the way through as one. So, and I'll probably try and do 3 to 4 episodes a day. Hi, Whispery Bee. So I don't want to give a solid date right now for when I'm gonna start like my ranking the episodes video, but hopefully soon. I just want to rewatch the whole season first, but I'm not gonna post. Oh, hopefully Matthew will be on my birthday stream. He's actually asleep right now. He's had a busy morning. Don't hate me please, it's on Alia, it's not bad. I mean, I've seen a lot of Alia slander like the past week or so. which I'm not happy with. In my opinion, Alia was in the right. Oh, let's go over the list of... Where's my... I literally have it. The list of videos I have planned. So, I need to get back to posting Nobody Else. That is happening. The season 7 bingo, which we're going to do in a minute or two once I finish my cake. The season 6 bingo review, which will be Thursday. Theory videos, I want to talk to you about all of that in a minute. Outfit analysis videos, the ones I didn't get round to. The timeline of the season. Ranking the episodes, the award shows. I want to get back to my baking videos. I've got 2 collaborations coming up. I want to rank the Akuma outfits, the overall commentary, which again I can't do until I've rewatched the whole thing, right? Although I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to say already. Sarcastic overview of season 6. I want to play Miraculous in Tomodachi Life. I think that would be fun. My favourite moments from the season. I want to do an analysis on Natalie this season. Do a season 6 Hunger Games. A therapy tier list. Yeah, so theory videos. Obviously, I've already done Adrianette. Yeah, I did Adrianette for theories. Hold on, let me start a new page. So otherwise, I'll just get confused. So, theory videos. So, the Adrianette breakup. I want to do one... So that one's done. I want to do one on Agley. I want to do one on Alia and Marinette. I thought Alia's reaction is valid. Marinette was gaslighting her, true, but I do think maybe a little more empathy, that's it. Maybe? I don't know. Like, she was pretty empathetic, but then Marinette still lied to her, so at that point I'd be like, right, no. Oh, and someone asked before, did I not meet Thomas Astruc at the movie premiere? No, I stayed away from him. I met Jeremy's dad, not Thomas. No, I think he was there when I went, but I was like... I didn't even see him. So the way the cinema was, it was a very like grand cinema in the main viewing thing. There was the downstairs seating and then the balcony seating. I was on the balcony. I believe Thomas was sat downstairs in like the stalls. So, no, I did not meet Thomas. And I do not wish to meet Thomas. If I did, I'd be like, you blocked me on Twitter. I mean, Agley could be anyone at this point, not just... I mean, sorry, Lila could be anyone at this point, not just Agley. Yeah, that is true. I understand she'd be lying about trauma, but they've also done some other despicable things on the show, so, you know. Yeah, Alia didn't say she forgives Marinette. I am expecting, like I said, an Alia and Marinette rift. What else did I have written down? I had a whole list. Where is it? Okay, Alia, Marinette, Agley. So the Agley one is more about the proof that it's definitely her. I want to do just a general one about Lila, maybe what her movements might be next season, what kind of things she might be up to. Luca, who knows what he's up to. Felix, again, no idea. I have Alia written down, but I think that's going to come into the Alia Marinettes. Natalie, the council, and Tomoe. Those are all the theory ideas I currently have. Oh, Zoe is a shout, of course. Zoe and Fury. I'm still disappointed it wasn't used in Queen of the Dread Zone. This King Monkey one, I guess he could be. I don't know. No, I don't think Marinette and Adrian will have other love interests. I think for Marinette, like I said in my theory video, she can't handle anything else. Whether that's being with someone brand new or being with someone she already knows like Luca. I don't think she can mentally handle that right now. She's got too much going on. As for Adrian, he's had this, especially this season, this emotional dependency on Marinette. So I think it would be good for him to spend some time alone. Like, I've had friends in the past who, they'll be dating a man for, I don't know, like say a year or so. They break up, and then she'll immediately get with someone else, and then they break up, and she immediately gets with someone else. And I'm like, perhaps you should just stay on your own for a little bit. Just for like maybe 6 months or something. Just to get used to being on your own. And maybe I'm saying that because I've been like single my whole life. But I think being on your own and learning to enjoy time on your own is very valuable. So, yeah. How would I write season 7? What I would do is combine season 6 and season 7. I'm going to talk about it in my commentary video. So, yeah. I just want to know though, I was about to say I want a Mark episode. Not necessarily a Mark episode, I just want to know what happens after that end scene of the ruler. That's all I wanted this whole season, we haven't got it. I don't think Kim's the traitor. I don't think any of them are the traitor. I don't know. Do you think the Renlings can sense Mary as Ladybug? Yeah, probably. Everyone else seems to know. It's like the worst kept secret ever. Like everyone just seems to know. Like, I know, we all know. Like what else has not been followed up? Like, I don't mind some things being left over to explore, but it's the fact that, like, for example, the council, but it's the fact that the ruler ended on that scene between the two of them. I mean, I haven't got the follow-up. I think there's a difference between things being left to explore more in a later season and things just not being forgotten about, basically. Like, for example, in my opinion, I could be wrong, I think the lightning at the end of season 5 has been forgotten about. So, yeah. Adrian's new haircut hasn't been revealed, Victoria. It's just Gloob talking about it. We don't actually know what it is, don't worry. It's no problem. How gross Marinette was in the episode. She was just ill. That was it. We all get ill. I had the most horrendous cold last Christmas. I was dying. It was awful. Oh my god, don't say the ending of the ruler happened off screen. I will cry. The Miraculous writers forgetting their own plot setups. I've never seen this before. I know, like, I'm not sure. The only thing I can conclude is that lightning was magical because the laptop starts levitating. And Lila was also scared. So maybe it was a Supreme, maybe it was null, like I've theorised. Something else, but I think it has to be magical. But I genuinely think they've forgotten. Oh, I hate how everything happens off screen, right? I made one off-screen joke in a video once. And someone told me off for it. They were like, I'm getting sick of you and these jokes. And I was like, one? What was your limit? Okay. Or maybe the lightning changed the animation. I don't know. I thought the time travel in the London special changed the animation. It was a London special where it ends with changing. I don't rewatch London special very often because I hate it. So I can't remember. I think the last time I watched London special was actually the commentary on it. Overall, I'd give season 6. See, I think season 6 is so difficult to rate because I think individually it has some amazing standout episodes, but collectively it has a lot of repetition. So if you look at, for example, just The Ruler, just El Torre de Piedra, just Regina Razioni, they are really good episodes. I'm not going to sit here and pretend they're not. But the episodes that don't deal with those heavy themes and do have the focus on particularly Marinette and her guilt, it's just the same all season. And I'm just like... And if you look at where season 6 ends and where season 5 ends, they are largely in the same place. Season 5 ends with Marinette feeling guilty about lying to Adrian. Season 6 ends with Marinette feeling guilty about lying to Adrian. The only real difference is is that Alia knows what her secret is, and her parents know she's Ladybug. Those are really the only large-scale things that have changed in the season. So whilst I do think some of the episodes are very good, the overall thread that carries it together isn't the greatest. So I think I want to say 6.5, but by the time I'm going to talk about it more in my overall commentary, I may have changed my answer. So yeah, my top 3 episodes, you will have to wait for my ranking video for me to tell you. I have a pretty good idea of what my top 3 are though. Feel free to give your top 3 in the chat. Oh, Luke, yeah, exactly. Luca was supposed to be important this season. I can't remember if it was Thomas or Ezra who was like, oh yeah, this Luca, so important this season. Don't get me wrong, he had a really good scene in Mr. Aggressed, or whatever it was called. But that was it. He had one good scene and it was great. And Marinette's outfit was really cool. But he did nothing. Like, what was he in? So he was in that episode and he was in Revelator when they do the power-ups. Was that it? Oh, he was in Vampigami to talk to Luca briefly. I mean, Julica briefly. Would have been much better if we watched it in order. Yeah. Although I understand the reasoning for some of the air in order. So, for example, in Sleeping Siren, you see Fury for the first time. And it's kind of like spooky because you don't know who she is. She's like, oh, who's that? But then in... what's the episode where she first appears? Grand Diaper. You see how Zoe starts it and manifests it or whatever. So it gives Sleeping Siren a bit of mystery, which you wouldn't have if you'd seen that one first, which seems to happen before Sleeping Siren. So in some aspects I get it, but sometimes I'm like, please just show us it in order. Oh, he's in El Toro de Piano. Yeah, he is in, was it El Toro de Piano, doesn't he? Yes. But not in it much, so. Yeah, they have made Adrian really redundant this season, I agree. I really didn't like the Illustrator. I also don't know why it's called that since the villain's just called the Illustrator. It annoyed me no end because I couldn't say it for ages. I loved Heartfixer. Heartfix was so good. And some people complain, it's like, how could you loved it? Because the Yakuma was so short. And I was like, yeah, that's why I loved it, because I hate the Yakuma. Least favourite part of the episode, the Akuma. Make it as short as possible, please. The Civil War plotline would be interesting. I agree. I really would love that. I think that'd be a great plotline. You hated Sleeping Siren? No, I love Sleeping Siren. You think Sabrina could stop Zoe being Fury? I don't know. I like the idea of it. It's just, would they go that far with it? I'd hope so, considering Julica and Rose, but who knows with them. Oh, I just wish they wouldn't. Like, I like Chloe. I like her enough. She's not one of my favourites, but I like her. But I'm just like, if you can't write her properly, just stop. Stop. Oh yeah, Miss Bustier being a Cooper, I don't know what that was about. I don't know. Well, hi Shades! I don't know what the Miss Bustier Kuma was about. Oh, Suhan, you mean? Yeah, he's useless. That's what I was thinking. The Volpino era in, with Nemesis. Obviously Master Fu with Marinette at the end of Volpino. Obviously he can't come back. So maybe Luca, because Suhan seems so useless. So... oh, you wanted Elmdown to end it with Kim? I think it's just Kim's character. He's just a very gullible goofball. Like, not that I like Derision, but like the way he was in Derision, basically. Oh god, I don't think Lady Noir will happen. Except I think they both need to be on their own. Yeah, I'm not the big fan of Sublimation. I think it was a nice debut for Sublime, but I didn't really enjoy it. So, sad times for Sublime. Now I've got cake everywhere. Oh, the Miraculous Cat Noir. I guess there was no other instance for him to use it this season, but yeah, it is pretty strong. I've got cake everywhere. Oh. Oh my god, yeah, the temple after feast. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. They just forget things all the time. The only thing I can think of for something like the temple is they'd have to have a whole new sets and probably also models as well for the guardians at the temple, which would have been very expensive, I'd imagine. Sorry, I'm not wearing makeup today, by the way. I hope that's okay with you. I can't be bothered. So I understand in that vein, but it was also odd to just leave it as well. So, like, their reasoning for the Reverse special happening in regular Paris was because it would have been too expensive to create a Reverse Paris, like a parallel universe version. So they just did it in regular Paris. But I was so disappointed because I wanted it to be the science fiction special, you know? And I have a PhD in science fiction. I'm a published science fiction author. I was so excited for it, and I absolutely hated it. So I'm just like, I have seen them fight the Eiffel Tower 10 million times. Show me somewhere else. Show me something else. Not the same thing. And the reasoning was, it's really expensive. However, the Shanghai special, apart from the odd scene here and there, like, for example, in Queen of the Dread Zone, in Strike Back, not Strike Back, Recreation, sorry. They haven't used the Chinese, the set for that. Apparently the New York one was taken from, oh, what's it called? The Ghost thing? I forgot, it was Ghost Force, the other thing. I don't know. I'm still waiting for, I don't know if it's still going ahead or if it's been cancelled, the One Night Mission. The, like, big episode with have Ladybug, Faye, Jess and Aeon in. I'd love that. I don't know what's happened to it. I don't think Lady Noir will happen. I think they both need to be on their own for a bit, to be honest. Oh, One Night Mission was cancelled? I wasn't sure. They announce so much stuff and you never hear about it for ages. I lose track of it, I'll be honest, sometimes. What's my favourite episode from this season? You'll have to wait until my ranking, I'm not saying. Or is in development hell? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what goes on with this show. I don't understand why things are so difficult. Like, I remember Thomas once saying that the Lucky Charm part of an episode takes the entire day. One whole day for Lucky Charm. That was a while ago. I don't know if things have changed since then, particularly since they have more than one Lucky Charm now. That was back when she only had one before she would de-transform. But I just don't know. Oh yeah, I'll take a Tumblr link. Someone did a fascinating essay on what they believe the writer's intent was versus what the fandom was reading. Go for it. Send it me. DM it me. Whatever. But Nathan, don't worry about it. I am grossly behind on people's comments. I don't think people realise how behind on comments I am. I haven't responded to all the comments since Very Good Night. I still have unresponded comments too under that commentary video. Okay, I'm not just like a week behind. I am several months behind. That's why I'm so apologetic. I just haven't been feeling great. Oh, thank you, Shades. It's just, I've had some things going on in my life. I don't want to go too far into it because a lot of it is family stuff, friend stuff as well. I haven't been feeling the greatest. I am slowly getting better. But I think I might have to go to the doctors about my depression medication because I don't think it's working very well with all this going on. So that's why if you have depression, you'll know that doing something quite simple, like replying to comments, is quite a simple thing to do. It's not like someone's asking me to build a rocket that's going to survive to the moon. Comparatively, it's a very simple task. But when you're depressed, very simple tasks can seem like people are asking the world of you. So I will get to it, I know I will, but I'm just struggling a little bit at the minute. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure, I think things are already better than they were like a week ago. So, like, if I, in terms of my mood, I said like the other week I was a 0 out of 10. I'm a 2 out of 10 now, which is still very, very low. But better than 0. 2's better than 0. So we'll get there. It's my birthday next week. I also have my yearly work review because I've been at my new job for a year now. And I hope I'm getting a promotion, maybe, if I've done well enough. I try very hard. I hope my manager can see how hard I've worked. So I hope things are looking up. But yeah. Thank you, everyone. Oh yeah, the weather. To be fair, the weather here's not too bad today. It's quite warm, but it's really overcast. It's not very sunny here. Oh, hey baby girl. We're having problems in the UK though with the amount of rain, which isn't something I'd usually say. In that it's not raining. It hasn't rained for a significant period of time. Which is worrying considering how, in general, wet the country is. Particularly where I live, in the north of the country. It is usually very rainy and very wet here, but like our front garden is brown. Hi baby! You okay? I'm a Virgo, yes. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do, sweetheart? Should we say hi to everyone? Come here, sweetheart. Oh, it's okay. No, you don't want to be held. That's alright, baby. Do you want to go under the blanket? What's in there? Baby. So I just getting the cat settled. This is Leia, she's the grey one. You going to bed or do you want to say hi to people? I think she's going to bed. You can just see her tail. Yes, Virgos! Woo! It was pouring down. It's trying to rain here. It's been trying to rain all day. I think it's meant to rain properly tonight and then be raining all week, so thank God. I think it's more of the south of England. I'm in the north, thankfully. The south has been more effective by the drought. Not so much up here. Ooh, did I see everyone's star signs? I didn't know they had symbols for them on the emojis. Yeah, climate change, awful. I know, it's terrible. Like, we usually do get a heat wave, but it's been like 3 heat waves here. It's been really bad. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know my prediction for Adrian's hairstyle. I just want him to look good. Alright, I am pretty much open to anything other than a mullet. I think no one on this planet has ever suited a mullet apart from George Michael in the Last Christmas music video. Okay? I will accept basically anything apart from a mullet. That's it. Oh, wow, your trip to London got cancelled? I'm going to London in a couple of weeks. I'm going with my mum and my brother Matthew. If you don't know, my brother Matthew really likes football. And he supports Arsenal. They're a team in London. And he wants to do the stadium tour. However, he has no one to do it with because our other brothers aren't going and they like football. So I have volunteered to do the Emirates Stadium tour. I have no interest in football. But I am going to the Emirates Stadium. Oh, there's been no Discord notification? Oh. I will fix that. Hold on. Let me open Discord for a start. I think the bot doesn't do it for live streams, it only does it for regular videos, not lives. Oh wow. Actually, I really love storms. See, I do quite like sport, but I'm not a big fan of watching sport. I like doing the sport. I will play football, but I find zero joy watching football. so I don't like it. Let me just post the live link in the Discord without dropping my cake. Although at the minute, I have been watching Ted Lasso, which was Matthew's recommendation. It's a comedy and it's set at a made-up football club called FC Richmond Football Club. There isn't a great deal of football in it, but I really, really like it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. The link is in the Discord. Descendants, as in Disney Descendants. I watched a bit of the World Cup actually. When I was in Canada, we were at Lake Louise, which is in the middle of nowhere in Alberta, and the lady checking us in to our room, whatever, into the hotel, she was French. A lot of people we met were actually French because in obviously Canada they speak French, and at the time, this was before England or France got knocked out, so I think Norway was still in it as well. And she asked me, I think the match the next night was England versus Norway. She was like, well, what do you think their chances are? What do you think England's chances are of winning against Norway? And I was like, well, I think, and by the way, I've learned all of this just off my brothers from just talking and being around them, listening about football, even though I don't really care. I was like, well, England do seem to start slowly in each of their matches. They do eventually get there, but they are slow starters. However, Norway, they do have Haaland, who plays for Man City, and they've also got Odegaard, who plays for Arsenal. And I was like, how do I know this? And then, so the next night, England beat Norway, and then I think our next game was versus Argentina, and for that one I was in Vancouver. Mr. Luke, sir, don't lick the bubble wrap. We were in Vancouver, we were just wandering around the city. We stopped for an ice cream and they happened to have a TV in like the bar or whatever with the football on, and it was a Spanish bar, so I was expecting everyone in there to be rooting for Argentina. When England scored, everybody screamed in delight because it seemed that the prevailing mood of the World Cup, again, I'm not that invested in football so I didn't really watch it or like get involved, the prevailing mood seemed to be that no one wanted Argentina to win. So I was like, oh, I thought they'd all be rooting for Argentina in here. No. Yeah, hold on. Mr. Luke, could you please? Sir? Sir? Oh. What you doing? What have you... You've just eaten something you shouldn't have. Okay. What are you doing? Go out. Do you want to go out? Okay, sorry. The cat. Anyway, that was Mr. Luke. No, don't go back. Don't go. Basically, the whole house is chaos. We're moving furniture around, and hopefully Matthew's moving into a different room, and I can have Matthew's room as my library. So I have taken out ready out of my wardrobe my special editions of Fourth Wing, Iron Flame and Onyx Storm, which I wrapped in bubble wrap to keep them safe. However, Luke loves licking plastic. So yeah, the England-France game did sound like it was the best game. I didn't watch it either, but it did sound very entertaining. But yeah, I've been enjoying Ted Lasso. Luke, could you please not lick bubble wrap? Go on, go out. We're not in here to lick bubble wrap on live streams. Yes, I'm gonna get my own library. It's only very small, the room is about the same size as this, but my desk is gonna be in there, my books are gonna be in there. I'm very excited. My paint arrived for it for today. Let me see if I can show you the colour. I had it just before. Where was it? So I got the paint from this place called Wix's. We looked at B&Q, but I didn't like any of the colours. So I'm gonna go this one, this bright purple. I quite like bright colours, as you can see. It's called Palmer Violet. So yeah. Who's Matthew? Matthew's one of my brothers. I have 3 brothers. And he, upon occasion, appears in videos and live streams. My best guess, the Blue Lightning. My best guess, the Blue Lightning is that the writers have forgotten about it, is my best guess. Right, let me finish this game. Maybe that's pessimistic of me. I remember, like I said, Thomas has blocked me, so I couldn't say anything about my rating to him of season 6. But I would, like, quote retweeted a picture of it, and I was like, surely this isn't going to go well. And someone was like, hey, don't be mean. I wasn't being mean. Be like, you know, just let him see if he changes. And the amount of people he's blocked. It hasn't gone well, so yeah. What cake is it? It's just a chocolate cake from Morrison's. I live with my brother and I also live with my mum. I have 3 brothers. 2 of them have moved out though. So I live with 1 brother and my mum. So I'm very excited about my library. So I have a lot of books in this room. My other 2 brothers don't want to be known on the internet, so I don't say their names in videos and stuff. But I love them very much. They just don't want to be on the channel. That's fine. Yeah, it is cheaper to live at home. And yeah, I love my job, but it's not enough to move out. And honestly, I don't think I'd want to move out. I love living here. And I know if I lived on my own, as I don't have a boyfriend or anything to move in with, I'd never go out, so I'm fine with this. I'm completely fine with this. I know people think it's weird that I'm about to turn 30 and I live at home, but I have no aspirations of moving out anytime soon. I am happy. So happy here. And I don't think everyone knows this, I am also disabled. I know I look fully capable. I am not. I do need extra help with things. So I wouldn't be able to live on my own anyway. So. And I'm fine with that. I mean, like, the state of the economy, how can you afford to? It's like, unless you're like earning like $1 million at your job, like, insane. Exactly, living alone is not like the only sign of being independent. Like, I feel like I'm mature enough to realise I would, first of all, struggle doing some daily tasks if I lived alone. And second of all, I think mentally I would be unwell, because as much as I love spending time alone, if I don't have anyone around me, like my mum, to say like, yo, we need to go out, you've been inside for 2 weeks, I wouldn't, and I know my mental health would suffer for it. Like, if I didn't have my mum telling me to do that, the only time I would go outside would be 1, to go to my work with my job, and 2, to get food. Otherwise I would not leave this house. You know what I mean? I think it's more mature sometimes to realise staying at home is sometimes better. From a writer's perspective, how would you rate the Miraculous seasons? 4, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5. With 4 being the best and 5 being the worst. Yeah, exactly. I am very content to stay inside all day. I am very introverted. This is my happy place, being at home with my family, with my cats, with my books. This is absolutely my happy place. The thought of moving out literally turns my stomach. But yeah, I think if I was to date someone, I should probably date someone. I wouldn't want to date someone who's mega extroverted, but certainly more extroverted than I am. Someone who would push me to go out at least once a week, and that place wasn't where I work or the supermarket. When I say push me to go out, I don't mean, you know, force me to do it. Encourage me to be like, oh, this sounds fun, this place is nice, you like this place. You know, I haven't checked the season 6 bingo you made. That's gonna be Thursday's video. I'm gonna film that tomorrow actually. Oh, season 5. Oh, I hate season 5. With the passion. Yeah, season 3 is... I do quite like the finale of season 3. It's very bittersweet. I do quite like the ending of season 3. Oh my gosh, yeah, so for my library, I'm waiting till Matthew's stuff is out of that room, which is hopefully happening tomorrow. And then what I'm going to do is, I have in my head a vision of what I want the room to look like, but I don't know if it's gonna look like that exactly. So what I'm gonna do is basically, so for example my desk, obviously I can measure it, I know how big it's gonna be, so I'm just gonna get some masking tape and then mask off on the floor, you know, how far it's gonna come out and stuff. And then with my bookcases, and what I'm thinking, because I'm hopefully getting new bookcases for my birthday, that's what I've asked for, to use the dimensions on the website to again mask out where they're gonna come out to, so I know how much room I've got to play with, what the configuration of the room is going to look like. I mean, I'm going to film this all for my book channel, so you'll see if you watch it on there. And then I'm going to have, so the bookshop I work in, the way our bookshop works, is that we have, for each section, so let's just say the fantasy section, we have all of the hardbacks and then all of the paperbacks, and I want to do the same, have all the hardbacks in one place and then all the paperbacks in one place. So that's what I'm going to do. However, I've decided, so in Matthew's room currently there's like on the wall shelves attached to the wall, and you could take them off but it would rip the plaster off, it would just be so much extra work. So I'm going to leave the shelves up and I'm going to have small bookcases under it, and then on top of it I want to make I'm not sure what to call it, focal points I suppose, of my favourite series. So for example, Dungeon Crawler Carl, I own all of the hardbacks, there's 8 of them, so I'm going to get some cat bookends because one of the main characters is a cat, and have them, you know, featured there. My Fourth Wing special editions, some of my favourite book series like Treachery of Swans and Our Infinite Fates. What else do I want? What's it called? Wings of Starlight and the Mistborn series. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'll share photos for sure. So yeah, so I'm not sure what sort of style I really want, I suppose. It's quite a small room, so I'm going to go for a bright colour. It's going to be like a bright purple. But my bookcases are all quite dark, so I'm hoping they'll go together. We also need to get some new carpet. I'm not really sure what colour I want for the carpet, if I'm being honest. So I'll work that out. I think we're going to the carpet shop on Wednesday, I think. So yeah. Oh, you think the season 3 finale is better than the season 2 finale? That is controversial. Will the Blue Lightning be explained in season 7? I think they've forgotten about it now. I don't think we're ever getting an explanation. I don't mind the season 3 finale. It's more bittersweet. I just love how season 2 the heroes team up. It's not 2 other women. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of having this big group of heroes, but it's just a bit much sometimes. So yeah. Oh no, we're doing the season 7 bingo today. I'm not waiting to the episode titles. I don't know when that'll be. Yeah, did I show people? I think I showed it before, you might not have seen. The purple I'm going for. It arrived before actually. This is the purple. It's called Parma Violet, like the sweets. Not that I like the sweets actually, I'm not a big fan. But it's like a very bright, because the room is quite small, it's about the same size as this. So I want something to really brighten it, and also my bookcases are quite a dark wood. They're from IKEA, the Billy bookcases, but they're not the black ones, but the dark brown ones. So yeah, that's my vision. Yeah, we're gonna sort out the season 7 bingo card. I'll just write down everything, and I'll format it and post it. You know, I hated Babel. I can't remember why I hated Babel. I read it 2 years ago. I don't remember. I have to reread it to tell you, and at the minute I'm not willing to put myself through that. I think one thing I definitely didn't like, I can't remember the characters' names. I remember the world building not making sense, basically. No, Babel the book by R.F. Kuang. I hated the world building and the gold bars. It didn't actually make any sense, and I reread the explanation about 20 times and I was still like, huh? What you want? And this kind of made me hate it more, which is perhaps unfair, but I'm past caring at this point, it happened so long ago. I made a TikTok of a review of the book, which I do with most of the books I read, talking about how I dislike the world building, and also I remember disliking a lot of the characters. I think I pretty much hated everyone. And I got all these names calling me racist. Now, I understand Babel is about racism and colonialism. I get that. Babel is fantasy. It's not very deep fantasy, though. But I was getting being called a racist and stuff, and I just didn't like the book. Like, I understand it has those themes, but if I don't think it was executed well enough, I didn't think it was executed well enough. For example, I just got done reading Sunstruck by William Lafayette's Hunter, and that also had themes about race in it, and also being a person of colour and gay at the same time. And I don't think the themes were executed well enough. I just don't think it was very good. But I got such backlash for saying I didn't like Babel because I thought the world building was bad, and because I didn't like any of the characters, and I mean any of them, including the villains, the people who are being racist. I didn't like any of them. I was just like, if I'm not allowed to be honest about my opinions about R.F. Kuang's books, then I'm just not gonna read any more R.F. Kuang. And I haven't. If I'm not allowed to state my opinion honestly, then I'm not going to. Anyway, Victoria asked me what I'm reading right now. I'm reading I Am Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Don't read it if you're not over 18. It's a sequel to Fourth Wing. Really enjoying it. I'm literally going to finish it today. I have this much left, like 104 pages. Getting it done today. I haven't had a chance to read today yet. I read like 2 pages before. I need to film in the morning for my book channel, so I've been writing a script for it. Yeah, Cheelin wasn't the greatest, and also I believe in some versions they cut things out as well, which made it even worse. I think the version I saw was the full version, but they cut out the scenes of basically why Sabine was akumatized. So I think a lot of people need to realise just because you think something is bad doesn't necessarily mean you're anti whatever that message is. For example, I really hate the film Dallas Buyers Club. If you don't know what that film's about, it's basically about this man with AIDS, really early during the AIDS epidemic. And he basically is acquiring medication. Because if you didn't know, during the AIDS epidemic right at the start, the government did not care. US government did not care. So it was basically up to ordinary people to try and seek their treatment, to try and do something about what was going on with them. It was really horrendous, and there was all these rumours spread that you could catch it just by touching people, so there was a massive taboo around them. So I can't remember the guy's name. It's based on a true story, I believe. He was trying to basically do something to supply this medication. Now, I understand it was a true story. I also understand it's a very important story. However, I think that film isn't very good. In my opinion, again, I've only seen it the once. It was like 6 years ago at this point, so I don't remember why exactly. But I remember being bored out of my mind. Really didn't like it. My brother was like, not Matthew, different brother. It was at the time, I was like, oh, you can't say this. This is a real issue. I was like, yeah, I know it is. That doesn't mean the film's good. This is the problem with media literacy. I can appreciate the issue being discussed, but it may not have been done very well. Like, for example, this season of Miraculous, I think Regina Razzioni did a really good job at explaining death. I think The Ruler did a great job with homophobia, in my opinion. I think Sublimation did a great job, even though it's not my favourite episodes, did a great job with talking about disabilities, things like that. I think they did a really good job at tackling some of those bigger issues. But that doesn't necessarily mean the season has to be good just because it deals with those things. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people think when they read or watch something that's about a big issue like that, especially if it's a true story, it therefore means it's good. And that's not the case at all. And it's really frustrating. So I basically was just like, if I'm not allowed to be truthful about how I feel about R.F. Kuang's work, then I'm not reading any more of it. Homophobia, The Ruler, it's about homophobia. So yeah. I like to read quite widely, so yeah, let me show you my books. Can we see all of my books? So all of that is Dungeon Crawler Carl, he spines out. These are just books I've acquired. Let me move here. Here, I stole this from work for... Oh, I didn't steal it, it was free. More books. It's becoming a health hazard. I think the problem with... Well, I don't think it's that big of a problem with the homophobia episode is that they have to say things in certain ways. I think to a lot of people it wasn't obvious it was homophobic. To me it was, but I am also 29, so... Yes, the books part. So I love books, I love reading. I work in a bookshop, obviously. So yes, I am reading Iron Flame. All my colleagues hated it. I've got 100 pages left, but I'm on the verge of giving it 5 stars, so they're all gonna hate me. The Giver. No, I have not read The Giver. Oh, the entire book. I've got loads of books. So downstairs are my 2 bookcases, which are full. I have 3 massive piles of books on them. I have all Dungeon Crawler Carl, another stack of books, 2 stacks of books under my desk, another stack of books around the other side, and also my 4th Ring special editions wrapped in bubble wrap. Do I still have sock plaque? You betcha I do. He's covered in cat hair, but he's still here. He still has all of his limbs. Hot glue. Your best friend forever. Woo! Oh, Blood Over Brighthaven. I've heard good things about Blood Over Brighthaven. I want to read it. So yeah, have I read all of them? No. Book buying and book reading are 2 very different hobbies. I do read every day. So far this year I've read 61 books. So I read every day. So I have only read like a couple of pages today. I'm going to finish Iron Flame. And then tomorrow I'm starting to read Moonlight Express, which is a non-fiction book about night trains. I went when I was in Canada. I was very lucky. I got to go on the Rocky Mountaineer train, which was amazing. Very expensive. If you ever get the chance to go, do it though, because it was so good. I just come a bit interested. It wasn't a night train. It was a 2-day train, but they took you off in the evening. You stayed in the hotel and you go back on the train the next day. So yeah. I'm glad you liked The Ruler. I mean, I also do find it difficult saying if I think the representation stuff is good enough or not. When I don't belong to those groups. And even though I am disabled, I'm not physically disabled like Sublime, so I also don't want to say like I thought the representation was good. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like it's my place. As my sexuality, I don't know what my sexuality is. So on my Discord server was like, you're questioning them? And I was like, no, I don't care. When you've been labelled as questioning to me, that's like you actively are trying to work out what sexuality you may be. However, I have never cared. I understand for a lot of people, it forms a huge part of their identity. Not for me. If I like you, I like you. Onwards on. The Giver. It's even got a movie, I believe it's on YouTube. It's a bit slow, I won't lie. Also, Dollheart Murders is a good one. We read those in middle school. Dallas, Texas. What did I read in school? I can't remember what I read in primary school. I don't think it was of much consequence. High school we read Skellig, To Kill a Mockingbird, Of Mice and Men, I had the Baskervilles, and in Spectacles, which I hated, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, Holes, I love that book, great film, Al Capone Does My Shirts. Yeah, I think my favourite one probably To Kill a Mockingbird. It's one of my favourite books ever. So, oh, East of Eden. I really want to read East of Eden. Yes. Yeah, I don't think British school texts have changed all that much. Yes, Holes. It's such a good book, such a good film. I love that film. Oh, it's ages since I've seen it or read it. Need to do a rewatch or a reread. So good. Right, we've spent an hour yapping about a mixture of things. It's time for the season 7 bingo. So we're gonna have 25 slots. So let me just write the numbers. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 35. Okay, I love Al Capone's Charles by Shoes. I don't think Max is the traitor. Right, so I'm gonna have Adrian breakup. I also think Miraculous will see Chrissy Pop face reveal. Do you want to be? Because they don't know what she looks like yet. Oh god, I hope Lila's not really Gabriel's daughter. God. So Nino and Adrian reveal. What else? Lady Noir? I don't know. Oh, Adrian learns secret. Also, Adrian learns Senti Monster secret. So we're thinking Nino fusion. Okay. Okay. I would like a Kwame swap that isn't one we've already got. Someone else. Luca being important. Yes. Oh, maybe Fury being outed. I think that'd be a show. Oh, Adrian akumatized. Fury outed. I'd love Agley to be Agley reveal. I love the end of the ruler. Zoe leaving the show, I don't think that was going to happen. You think Lady... Okay, let's put Lady Noir down. Right, we're halfway through, that's 13 slots. Oh, Zoe's passed. Excellent choice, Nathan. Yeah, yes, so we're doing a bingo card. There's going to be 25 slots at the end of the season, as in season 7. We'll come back and review it. So far we got Adrian at breakup. One Miraculous will see Chrysalis's face, as in her transformed face, not Lila. Adrian reveals to Nino his Cat Noir. Adrian learns about his dad. Adrian learns he's a Senti monster. A Nino fusion. A Kwame swap that we haven't already got. Luca being important. Adrian akumatized. Fury outed. Agley being Lila revealed. The end of the ruler. Whatever happened there. Lady Noir get together. Zoe's past being revealed. Oh yes, existence of the kingdom. I don't think Adrian will get with someone else, including Sublime. Also, I just don't think Sublime likes him that way. Oh, Lila and Kagami. I mean, she's her sister, I think. Whatever that's about. I like the idea for Natalie. Okay, that's 17. We need 8 more. The Blue Lightning. Excellent shout. I don't think we will. Well, Natalie's dad has already been confirmed, so I don't want to put that down because we know what's happening, right? These are the guesses. Lila Rossi back for just one day. A Chloe episode. Pointless Chloe episode, let's put. Oh, Lila flashback. I'd love that because I don't know what she wants. What do you want from me? Okay, 5 more. Oh, Kingdom. Okay, Council member revelations. I like the idea. 4 more. We don't need a free space. We can fill it all in. Cat blank again. Okay. Oh, Noe and Adrian. I don't know if season 7 is going to be more serialized. I'm not sure. I don't think they've said. I could be wrong though. No, we don't. I'll put Ladybug akumatized down. Yep. One more thing. Oh, yes. How Lila got Butterfly. Which Thomas Astruc said wasn't important, but it's important to me. Right, whilst we're all here as well, does anyone else have any other theory video ideas? So I've already done the Adrianette breakup. I want to do a video about the proof for Agley, a video on Alia and Marinette's relationship, one about Lila, one about Luca, one about Felix, one about Natalie, one about the council, one about Tomaway, and one about Zoe/Fury. Does anyone else have anything else they want to see, whether it's a plot point or a character or a relationship or a mixture of them? Speak now, forever hold your peace. This is another reason why I like reading the comments, even though I'm very behind. Because often reading your comments gives me ideas. Master Fu. Yeah, Lila has to be ugly, I'm sorry. The only thing I want to look at though is Reckless Driver and see how it affects what we would learn at the end of Secret Protocol, basically. And yeah. Sabrina. We could do a Sabrina analysis. I like that. Of a redemption done right. Let's do Sabrina versus Felix. Because they've both been redeemed, but they've done very differently. Because like I said, Felix happened off screen. So we can do the Civil War again, sure. Who's smarter? Lila. Alia's character assassination. I don't believe Alia's character's been assassinated. I just think people are stupid. Don't tell anyone I said that. Yeah, we could do a Core 4 video and how that might be affected. Adrian's family. I don't think they're ever going to talk to each other again. It sounded like they all hated each other. Suhan. I don't think we're ever seeing Suhan ever. Ever again. Yes, what ifs, maybe. I'll put it down. I'm not promising anything though. The what if video or a what if. I'll put it down. Yeah, exactly. This is what I don't understand with Alia. The only thing I can think of is it's like thinly veiled racism that they're looking for any reason to dislike her because of the colour of her skin. But I'm like, I would be Alia in this situation. Mr. Luke, please do not go back and lick that bubble wrap. You're not in here to lick bubble wrap. We're here to discuss Miraculous Ladybug. Yeah, exactly. God forbid Alia hold Marinette accountable for her lies and gaslighting. Like, if you remember that scene in Nemesis. So Alia comes to her. She shows her this scene. And Marinette's like, why would I do that? Why would I lie to you? So Alia gives her an out and she's like, because I know Marinette Dupencheng, my best friend, who cares and loves about people so much, would ruin her own life to keep the secret. So Marinette lies. So carry on. Alia confronts her. Marinette lies. And because Alia knows she's lying, Alia gives her one more chance by saying that. And then Marinette still lies. So she's lied twice to her. So at this point, I think Alia was more than justified in saying what she said to her through the lens of the illusion Marinette during the Akuma, and also more than justified in that end scene between the two of them in Marinette's room after it was over. Like, I don't know. Oh, the sublimation thing with Tomoe, I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I don't wish Alia was. I think she should have gone harder, because I would have gone hard. The shape-shifting? Yeah, sure. Could do that in the Lila video. I'm assuming... See, I don't think that would be null. Unless the lightning isn't null, which is definitely a possibility. Yeah, like, Marinette didn't just lie, she emotionally manipulates, she gaslights Alia. Like... No. So, I agree with Alia. You're never not gonna catch me not agreeing with Alia. Alia has never won. Apart from the Lila stuff, she does not have bad takes. Alia is always great. Can we get another reaction with your brother? My brother does not watch the show. he will just stare deadpan at it and be like, what's going on? So, no. Could anything Marinette did constitute as a crime? I suppose arguably you could say perverting the cause of justice. However, would the police ever have arrested Gabriel for being a Hulk moth or not, though? I suppose that's the question. The police were always very content for Ladybug and Cat Noir to handle things. So, I don't know. So, yeah. Harbouring a criminal? Does she harbour a criminal? Isn't that usually when you, like, hide them in your house? Did she fake a traffic sign? I think they could forgive the traffic sign. It was a very good reason. One of my 2 collabs coming up. You'll have to wait and see the surprises. I have a call actually later today to discuss one, so that'll be fun. Oh, she's also keeping Tom and Natalie out of prison. That's true. Yes, that is definitely obstructing the cause of justice. Yes. What do I think the first 2 episodes of season 7 will be about? Probably about the same thing season 6 has been about. Marinette feeling guilty about Adrien. Maybe she'll break up with him immediately. Maybe that's the opening. Immediate breakup. And then he cuts his hair after the opening. What do you think will happen to Tomoe if she's caught with Chrysalis? Electric chair? No, I don't know. You have a theory that there'll be a big fight when Ellie finds out Mary still doesn't tell Adrien and takes that into her own hands. Yeah, I'd like that, but I don't know if Ellie would. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Alia and Marinette, but it just wasn't good, you know? Not good. The milk is gone. Oh yeah, I wonder what laws France would have passed due to the existence of Miraculous. I agree. Well, you think Lila will be caught by Kagami? Yeah, then maybe at that point she takes her amok so she can't say anything. That would be interesting. I would love the kingdom to be explained more, and how, if they are, related to Lila. Do I think Adrien will break up? Yes. Yeah, I think, right, what I think happened with Lila, Kagami and Tomoe is that Tomoe was with Lila's dad, whoever he may be, because I don't know. And perhaps I would assume after Tomoe got pregnant with Lila, he did something to disappoint her, perhaps cheat on her, which led Tomoe to being very I don't know the right word. I don't want to say she hates all men for it, but definitely, hi Ellie, definitely somewhat hateful towards them, I should say that. So she wanted to have a daughter basically on her own, creating her own image. If you don't remember, Kagami, the word means mirror in Japanese, I believe. So I think, I would assume that's what happened. However, while Lila is going around with these 3 other mothers, I don't know. Right now, I'm confused. I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel that Thomas and the team think this thing with Lila and Tomoe is like, oh, this is a stroke of genius. Whereas I feel like a lot of people, myself included, are very, very confused. Like, what? Why? Right now it's just not making sense. So yeah. Does this mean she has no wigs? I would assume Lila doesn't need wigs anymore though, because she can just be whoever she wants. Because I'd theorised in like Super Protocol before we knew this, I was like, is she literally just dressing up as Uncle Wang? No, she's able to just turn into Uncle Wang. She still had to learn his mannerisms and stuff so his family wouldn't think, you know, who's this imposter. But I guess she shouldn't need the wigs anymore, does she? Yeah, it does come out a bit left field with the Tom White Lila thing. I think it's interesting, don't get me wrong, but I'm just a bit like, eh? Yeah, I did like their friendship, Lady and Law's friendship. It was nice. They have always had a good dynamic together. I liked it. Do you think her wish is to get hair and that's why the universe dies? No. I am interested to find out Lila's motivation for all of this, because I'm not saying I like Gabriel, but I think his motivation was solid. And I really understood where he's coming from. Whereas I have no idea what Lila wants. I remember having this conversation with someone and they were like, oh well, she hates Marinette. Perfect motivation. And I was like, that's so boring in comparison. Like, Gabriel had such a solid motivation for why he did what he did. And she hates Marinette a little bit? No. I'm not having that. So, yeah. No, I don't think Lila's good copy. Do I think one of the other Miraculous Horses could get compromised? Yeah, absolutely. Although I feel like, you know what she says at the end, like, we need to make a new secret protocol. I think it's going to be so easy to work out who and who isn't real. So first of all, if they have like a phrase or whatever, or some sort of code word they say to each other. But I think I said this in my commentary video. I'm assuming, Joe, that scene where Ladybug talks to who she thinks is King Monkey down in the sewers or the catacombs, wherever they actually are. She just visually looks like King Monkey, but Lila wouldn't have had the powers of King Monkey. She just visually looks like she's miraculous, but doesn't actually have the miraculous. So in that vein of thought, I would have assumed that the easiest way to prove whether or not you're the real deal would be just to use your power. I would think. So. Oh, sorry, very tired. I've done a lot today. Right, I think I am gonna go soon. So get your last questions in. Could season 7 get darker? Yeah, I don't see why not. Probably will. Oh, were his eyes grey? I need to rewatch. I haven't rewatched it since I did my commentary. I watched it twice on that day, and not again. So I will. I need to. Well, we're doing a live stream next week, but thank you, Ellie. Yeah, I'm gonna get. Well, I have. I would assume a quick phone call tonight to discuss the collab. That should be a fun phone call, not anything bad or anything. So yeah. So hopefully it should be fun. I need to contact the other person who I'm meant to do it with and discuss it. My birthday is the 27th. I think we'll be doing the live stream on the 26th. Do you think we'll get to see the transformations? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what the writers are thinking most of the time. So, don't know. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to hopefully have a great birthday and buy loads and loads and loads of books. I'm also going to go to Uniqlo. I love Uniqlo. So, hopefully there'll be something there I can treat myself to. Yes. Yes, I'm going to have a good rest of the day. Do you think let's see more unifications? I love to, nice, but I don't know. Yes, so I'll post probably something next week about my birthday live stream, but I hope to see you all there. Okay, bye!